There is a bully among us. The bully has many forms. It does not discriminate. Its target is everyone. All are at risk. Our kids, our families, our community. The bully wants us to believe it is just clean fun. It doesn't hurt anyone else.
My name is Roger Young. I'm a former special agent of the FBI. I spent over 23 years of my 26-year career investigating organized crime, prostitution, and sexual exploitation of children. I've traveled throughout our country, Los Angeles, New York, and here, and I have discovered that these crimes are devastating. In 2004, I was brought to Kentuckiana by an organization named ROC and asked to survey and investigate the area of sexually oriented businesses. And what I found was shocking.
There is a bully among us, and it wants us to believe we don't have these problems where we live. Right here, Kentuckiana.
After my research of the sexually oriented businesses in Kentuckiana, I am convinced that this is one of the worst areas I have seen across our nation. One of the worst that I have seen across our nation.
The bully wants us to believe that sexually oriented businesses have no negative impacts on a community.
Recently, ROC brought me back to Kentuckiana to assist in making a change. We are serious about making a difference and raising the level of morality and righteousness in Kentuckiana.
There is a bully among us. But who will stand up to the bully? Who will speak up for Kentuckiana, for our kids, our families, our community?
Well, I don't think that it takes a scholar or certain studies or reports to be able to look around and see that there is a decline in our culture.
Well, it's a culture that is really a counterculture. It's a culture that is counter to the cause of the kingdom of God.
I can say that I can remember when we could say the Pledge of Allegiance and say God at the end, and we could pray in school, and we actually had religion class. I can remember being in 8th grade and having a religion class, and it's not like that today. And I can find myself even now thinking about the good old days.
It's amazing to me if you could take one word and sum it up when it comes to the pornography racket, it's greed. Because any way possible to make money off of sex-oriented whatever, material or whatever it may be, they're going to try to do it.
Well, from what I've seen, the culture has been systematically whittled away from our Judeo-Christian roots, and it continually has undergone just attack after attack in every realm, from marriage to family to evolution versus creation to every aspect you can think.
I think the culture that we live in today is continually eroding and being challenged by people who don't believe in absolute truth.
The scope of the industry is trying to reach every possible person they can, so something needs to be done because it's out of hand.
There are so many issues we read about and hear about on the news and in the paper, whether that is pornography or same-sex marriage, attacks on Christianity, a growing hostility toward Christianity in the public arena, and efforts to just move Christianity out of the public arena altogether. We can all get caught up in these stories, but what we have to understand is this happening right here, right where we live, right here in Kentuckiana.
Oh, it is most definitely here in Kentuckiana. You know, everybody wants to think, you see, when you see bad news on TV, you always think, we never thought that would happen on our street, or we never thought that would happen in our town. Well, wake up, because it is.
Kentucky used to be, may have been protected to a degree, say 25 years ago, to a degree. But with information being available to virtually all corners of the world, just about, then Kentuckiana is as bad as anywhere.
In 2004, Rock brought me here to the Kentuckiana area for the purpose of doing research and a survey and investigating exactly what was going on in Kentuckiana as far as the sexually oriented businesses, and I was surprised to see so many businesses. This is probably in Kentuckiana in the top 5 worst places I've seen as far as the clusters and so many in one place.
You know, a lot of times we think everything is happening out there and not in the Midwest, but obviously there have been some impacts on the Louisville area as well.
Of course, I think in terms of pornography, it affects not only the Hispanic community, but I would say every single group in the world.
If people knew how close it really was to their back door, then I think they would want to do something about it. I think most people want and care about family values, and they don't like these things that are going on, but they feel helpless on what they can do about it.
Yeah, it's not what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because it doesn't. And I like that old quote by the judge who said, I can't define pornography, but I know it when I see it. Well, there are a lot of people that think there's nothing wrong with pornography, there's nothing wrong with immorality because it doesn't hurt anybody, it's not hurting anybody, it's a victimless crime. So maybe they can't really define what it is that it's doing, but you can most certainly see the effects of it.
And pornography affects everybody from retired, widowed men to married men, single men, and then even on down to some of the younger people that I see. This is not a problem that just affects one segment of the population.